Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the House from Ben Hill. We're back here with the Lost group, and we'll see how they do today. When we last left off with this group, Arvis had his neck snapped by a black pudding. They ran away, realizing, oh, there's nothing we can't help him. And he came back to life by a weird baby in the clock, I believe, crawling into his body in the basement, and it reanimated him and de-aged him to the age of 13. And he also, when he came back, lost his left arm. It just disintegrated. So now he's a 13-year-old boy in the basement, 14-year-old boy in the basement, missing an arm.
Yeah, it was just Avengers Infinity War right there on his arm.
Yeah.
And the rest of the group ran from the kitchen into the foyer where they released the entity inside the clock. It came out, disappeared, went into the basement, saved Arvis, which the party is currently unaware of. And you guys will come to, as you guys sort of are standing by the clock, the baby has just vanished out of existence kind of thing. The black puddings that were chasing you also seem to just fizzle away into nothing. And that's where we'll pick up.
Where'd they go? Are they gone?
Going to very slowly with my gun up, head towards the doorway, because last time I checked, we were up the stairs, yes?
Ah, yes, you're up the stairs. That is correct.
So, yeah, making my way down with my gun out.
Okay.
I'm slowly getting up, realizing my arm is now gone, and slowly creeping my way up the stairs.
Your clothes are definitely a little too big for you at this point.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
You're like cowboy. Your hat is kind of like basically obscuring
I throw the
your
hat
vision.
off.
Yeah.
I kind of just pick up my pants a bit and just start making my way up the stairs.
You're like Carl Grimes in like early Walking Dead, trying to like wear his dad's hat.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you make your way up the stairs of the cellar, and you find yourself in the kitchen. Nobody else is there. It's empty.
Is that dead body still there?
The dead body is long gone.
Okay.
So can't take the girl's clothing.
Oh wait, yeah, no, her body is still there. You can take her clothes. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought. Yeah, I got confused. Yeah, body's still there.
Guys?
You guys hear someone shouting at you from down into the kitchen.
Hello?
Does he sound like Arvis?
He sounds like a Arvis, but almost like his voice has been pitched up a little bit.
Hello? Hello?
Arvis,
Clue! Is that you? Yeah, it's me.
No, you shouldn't just trust it. This house has tricked us many times.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm slowly making my way into the door.
Well,
Say something to prove that you are Arvis.
When I first came here, I told y'all that time was funky and that y'all had been here longer than you expected.
I think the house would know that.
That checks out. And Clue goes into look.
You see Arvis. He looks much younger, like he's 14 years old now, and missing his left arm. And now he's wearing the clothes on that were like the corpse had been wearing that had come out of like that.
I kind of like do a makeshift of mine, like I somewhat trimmed up some of mine so that way I could still do that and just make sure that shit fits.
But yeah, Clue, he looks much younger, and again appears to be missing his left arm.
Left arm gone, facial hair gone, that scar on under his eye still there, and a little bit screwed up from the black pudding.
Oh yeah, his head is like kind of like the hair is kind of like dissolved in places from like the black pudding, and his head is just heavily like acid scarred on the top.
What's happened to you?
What happened to your arm? Your
I don't know. All I remember was dragging Necro and then looking at him in just darkness. I felt a small presence that I was very familiar with, and then I woke up and watched my arm just disappear.
Yeah, there was a black oozy thing that hit you really hard in the head, and it was bad.
I kind of pull out my mirror
Yeah.
that I have, and I look at my face and just go,
It's been, yeah, you're like a little baby.
like I'm young, but it's just the scarring.
Oh, yeah, the scarring, you look jacked up.
Yeah, I'm just...
We should try to find a safe place. If we have 10 minutes, I might be able to help you all.
All right. I think we need to move at the very least to someplace safer.
Oh, how's this place? I mean, we took care of everything in this kitchen, right?
The basement is full of more bottles of wine, and I am not going to test how many are still oozes.
I agree with Necro.
All
I don't
right.
have much of a say anymore.
Perhaps, I mean, one place we have not had anything bad happen would be the little child's room. It's disgusting, yes, but seems safe.
The little child room has body in it. So
Yes, but it was an okay body.
We helped him, right?
Yes, we
True.
put it to peace. It is a
guys found the
child.
body?
It did not try to hurt us at all. Seems the only safe place we have found is that room.
No, it's true, but I'd rather not have you walk into a room and go, "Oh, there is body." So yes.
Oh, we know it's there. It's very disgusting. But 10 minutes. We can
But
survive for
child?
10 minutes.
It's true. So yes, let us make way up. So yes, we very least figure I be in front, and then everyone come behind. Or maybe someone who's a little less hurt, since I'm at 1 hit point.
Oh, man.
Yes, I can go in front. I think I am the least hurt of you all.
Clue's at 16.
Clue can go in front, and I can shoot over Clue.
Yeah,
I'll be taking up the back.
because we got two.
I don't know if that is wise, Arvis.
It's
will
just
go
like
in.
he's just dead stare. He just feels useless now. He's shuffling at the
I'm
back.
physically
If it helps.
into the middle. I am not the back.
If it helps, think of him as very young-looking halfling.
All right. So up to Giles's room.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You guys head up to the room. The door is still open when you were last in there. The body still in the bed, covered in sheets that have had prestidigitation cast on the sheets so that they don't look as grimy and disgusting. Still on the bed.
Do you want to close the door?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Close the door. You notice that it can be locked from the inside, if you so choose.
Oh,
Yes.
wow! In a kid's room. That's nice. This guy might not have had it as bad as we thought.
He did get drowned by his mother.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys lock the door?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Door locks.
Which way does the door swing, in or out?
In.
Good. I move something in front of door.
Cool. There's like a desk nearby that he probably used to like study at. You can move that in
Yeah.
front of the door. Yeah, you prop this you push this desk up under like the doorknob, so it's a little bit more difficult to open up if someone like gets it unlocked.
Yeah.
All right.
Could we just like to? Get
10
into
minutes
the
would
corner
not
and-
help me at all, but it should help all of you.
Short
And I
rest.
will pull out my flute, and I will start to play a lullaby and cast catnap. So you guys all fall unconscious for 10 minutes.
Does this count as
if-
a short rest?
If you stay unconscious for the full duration, it is a short rest.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, it's good stuff. you stay. If you want to stay unconscious for the full duration, you definitely do.
Yes, and I stay conscious.
All right. Cool.
So with that, I'm going to use my Arcane Recovery to get back my one wizard spell slot I used.
Going to hit short rest.
Get back.
And yeah, I'll say definitely 10 minutes or so pass, and you'll come back to being conscious.
And then we can use hit dice for our short rest to try and get some health back.
Yep, as many hit dice as you have, basically.
I forget, how does that work again?
You just roll your hit dice. As many as you want.
Like, how many do you have total?
You have a number equal to your level.
So you guys are currently
Okay.
6 levels, so you have 6.
Okay.
You'll have ones that are wizard, so D6, and ones that are warlock, D8.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So for you, I think, yeah. Yeah, that's how it works.
So we'll do 2 of these. That's actually not terrible. 8.
3d10. 2.
10, 11, 12.
Also, apologies to chat. I'm still trying to get the D&D Beyond Twitch extension working again.
10,
'Ale 19.
11,
That's
17,
good.
Cool.
18, 19, 20.
Ugh.
All right, I'm at 33 HP. I had to use all of my hit dice.
Sweet.
And I have all of my spell slots back. That's awesome.
I used half of my hit dice just to get another short rest.
And once you're all good to go, you wake up. The room's the way you left it. The kid's body's still in the bed, under a sheet, obviously. Again, outside the window is just pure darkness. You can't see anything out there, no discernible features, and the window is boarded up in places. But from what you can make out between the cracks of the window, outside is just like undiscernible, like untraceable, like darkness, but you can't make anything outside.
As we're sitting there, I summon my raven, my familiar, and just have it there as a way of comforting the situation I'm in right now.
What age did you get the raven at?
It was probably I got it. Honestly, it was pretty recent.
Pretty recent?
It was a familiar. It's a familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it's the spell I got as a wizard.
I was gonna say if it was like a pet, you wouldn't have it when you were de-aged. But cool.
Yeah, so I'm just using that as a way of comforting my situation.
All right.
Alright.
Well, that was really rough, guys. Thanks for the little tune. Sorry, I forgot your character.
Jacqueline, yes. Hopefully you all being able to better survive means that you will be able to keep me from dying as well.
Alright, well, I think now we've rested and had a moment. We need to keep looking.
As you're all sort of in this room, I need everybody to give me perception checks.
Yeah.
Can I use my passive, which is a 20?
You can use your passive, yes.
It was almost a 20, and then it was a 2. It was a 2.
Oh no.
Plus 1, so 3.
3?
That makes a difference.
I rolled an unnatural 20.
Cool. What about you, Clue?
Clue rolls a 4 plus 8, so 12. But,
All right.
His passive is 18 as well.
Since what you're looking for... Okay, yeah, you know what? What's everyone's passive?
Low.
Oh, 13. Come
Well,
on.
I'm letting you
20.
I'm letting you be fine because you're roll. Alright, so everybody, you sort of see this strange pile in the northernmost corner of the room, like the northeasternmost corner of the room, or northwesternmost corner of the room where a closet is, like the doors, like the kind of like closet doors that you pull out and they kind of like fold in on each other. There's a pile of something you can't really make out in the corner, but it appears to be wriggling a little bit. And it's about 20 feet away, so you can't make it out what it is in this distance. Or my bad, they're not wriggling, they're kind of stationary.
Sorry, do we all see that?
You all
Or
see
just-
it. You all see
Oh.
it.
So we should just leave this room. Yes?
Agreed.
From a distance, you probably just think it's a pile of worms.
Wonderful. Let's leave this room.
I'm with Jacqueline on that.
Clue is going to use minor illusion and make a small sound right next to it.
They all sort of like tumble over each other and move towards the sound, but when they're moving, they're tumbling over each other. They're not wriggling like worms, they're like sort of like rolling on top of each other, and the entire pile is moving as it does this.
Perhaps we should move the drawer away from the door?
Yes, it's a good idea.
And the pile is it's a pretty small pile. It looks like, yeah, it's a pretty small pile, but it's moving towards the like this sound, like almost like they're blind. They're attracted to sound, like.
Okay. Clue's just going to keep the noises like going in a circle, a small circle.
Okay, and then they just keep following the circle, the noise.
Necro, if you and I move this together, probably less sound.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We shall
Cool.
slowly and shuffle.
Give me a stealth check while you move it. Both of you with advantage. With advantage. Just the two of you. Just the two of you.
I actually don't get that because I have disadvantage.
So it's
just
just
be
a,
a natural
just a
roll.
straight roll. Cool.
And I roll 19.
You guys pick it up and you move it slowly down to make a sound, and you set it down quietly without making a sound.
Merci for letting us use your room, Giles. Now, au revoir. Let's go.
It's time to go.
The door is locked.
Mr. Giles.
Unlock the door.
As you go to reach for the lock, it vanishes.
Fuck you, brew house.
And it appears on the other side of the door. Boop.
Oh, that explains things.
This is fine.
I'd reach for the lock on the other side. Oh.
Yeah.
Clue, can you keep distracting them with sound?
Yeah, you got it.
Necro, let's break.
Oh! They seem to no longer be tricked by the sound. And they all just sort of... The swarm sort of just like stares at... So like if they had eyes, they'd be looking at you. And as they move a little closer... As they move a little closer, you all sort of go, why is there a swarm of toes coming at us? Just toes. A swarm of moving toes.
That doesn't look good, guys. They're like,
Oh. No, wait. Oh, that's my idea.
Someone do something.
I have like only one spell slot left, but I could get us out of this right away.
I cast two things of Eldritch Blast at the toes.
Alright, roll for it. Just
I was going to say, Jacqueline, you could hold on to it because I could just throw acid at them.
15 for the first one,
that hits. They are just a swarm of toes.
and a 10 on the second one.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Toes.
Just
11 points of damage.
the toes, a big hunk of the toes is like dispersed, but there's still a swarm of toes. And sensing that they're threatened, they turn around and they scurry away through like a mouse hole in the wall.
I've had it up to here with this fucking house.
Swarm of toes, swarm of toes.
That was really
We're
weird.
being threatened by toes.
That was really weird, guys.
I only did that because Garrett really wanted swarm of toes to attack the party last week.
Oh, yeah. All right, so who's got a good shoulder? Because I think
I have a very good shoulder.
All right, let's go for it.
Let us knock this door.
Okay. Give me just a standard strength roll to see if you can knock the door down.
That's pretty good. 17.
Cool. As you go to charge at the door, it vanishes and you hit the wall on the opposite side of the hallway.
I
Just
hate this house.
Wow, she's very
Wow.
good. She destroyed door completely.
This
I
is
walk
so
out,
rare.
still like holding my missing arm, and go, "You and me both."
And you see that across the hall now, a door slowly opens up by itself, and on the plaque of the door it says library, and it slowly opens on its own. And you hear voices saying, "Yeah, go check out the library. Check it out. Make sure, like, forget where that piano sound's coming from."
What's a library?
A location full of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Really? Like, what's it?
Do we hear a
How
piano?
does that work?
You hear it open, and you hear the voices of people like talking as almost like they're walking
they-
into the library.
Do they sound like spirits or like actual people?
They sound like the same voices you heard in the kitchen that said, "Oh my God, they killed Brogan," or they killed Cora, not Brogan. Brogan's the player. They killed Cora. That's what you hear. It's those same voices.
Alright, does anyone want to go check out the library?
Yeah, I'm curious what
Uh,
they're actually about.
Alright, we shall go check out the library.
Fantastic. Who's all going into the library?
I'm,
And marching order, actually, please.
I am going in and I will be second in line.
Second in line. Cool.
What's up?
Oh, I just act like what's the marching order into the library?
I'm probably gonna take second to last or last.
Okay.
Yes, I will take either first or last.
Okay.
Who will go in first then?
All right, Clue. You wander into the library. Like I described in last week's session, to those people that walked in, it's bookshelves as far as the eye can see. Some of these bookshelves stretch like 70 feet up to the ceiling. And there's a ladder in the far corner that leads up. Like the northeastern side of the room, there's a ladder that leads up to like a landing. And on that landing is a fireplace, some more bookcases, and a red suede armchair in front of the fireplace.
What are these things? This is weird. You said there was knowledge. How does that work?
They are inside the books.
They are recorded knowledge.
But what's... Is this what books are? I only heard about those.
I walk up to like one shelf and before I take it off the wall, tap the spine to see if there's a reaction.
There is no reaction. Excuse me.
Slowly pull book out.
Okay, you pull the book out.
I go, yes, these are book.
What's that one?
Anything written on it to let me know before I open it?
The cover is like so faded and worn you can't really see what it says.
Alright, I'm going to slowly point it away from myself, open book.
It's a cookbook.
Is it...
Ah, it's cookbook.
Also, you also notice that there's like a table nearby that has like a skull on it, and inside the skull are like two candles that are lit.
It's fancy library.
Can I cast detect magic and see if I can sense any magical auras coming from any of the books?
Sure. You don't.
I do like an investigation to see if there are any books in here that might tell us more about the house. Anything might be important to me, or just anything that seems relevant.
Go for it. Yeah, sure.
18.
You find a book called The History of Bent Hill Manor.
I'm going to read it.
There's pictures of the family. Margaret, who is you recognize as the woman who you saw in the white with the slit throat moving through the house. There's a picture of her husband with a top hat, Edwardian jacket, the sort of outfit you saw that downstairs in the foyer that Necro shot off the coat rack. And you notice the young boy Giles in the picture as well, and they're standing in front of a carriage. That's the carriage that's in front of the hedge maze.
Yes.
And then there's just more pictures of them, but as you flip further through the book, looking at these pictures, the pictures start getting a little more macabre and unsettling. And there's a picture of her drowning her son in the bathtub. And then as you keep flipping through the book, there's a picture of Arvis with his neck snapped laying at the bottom of a bunch of stairs.
Oh.
There's a picture of a blue elderly tiefling bitten in half by a mimic. Like a chair is like apparently eating her, it looks like. And then the other picture you see is of a young human girl who looks like her life force was drained out of her. Like she looks like a husk, and it looks like the same husk you guys saw in the kitchen.
What you got there?
We have fire.
The summon a firebolt.
Okay.
Burn this. And I'm gonna just throw it on the ground.
Cool. You
I start burning
you
it.
throw a fireball to the book. The book engulfs into flames. As it engulfs into flames, it screams, turns to dust. And as that turns to dust, you sort of hear the sound of something lifting up off a table. And as you look at the table, you see that skull that was there with the candles in its eyes levitates up off the table. The candles flare out red, and its eyes fill with like red flame. And then the skull is wreathed in green flames.
Clue's gonna run over and drop kick it.
Go for it.
$19.
That hits.
Sweet. 7 damage
Okay.
for the first attack.
Yep.
16 plus 8.
That hits. Or that's damage. Oh, yeah.
And 9 damage for the second attack.
Cool. It retaliates.
And then,
Oh, wait, no, yeah. Also, that's like a reaction attack kind of thing. Also, that's like your single surprise attack, and we can do initiative. We're going to roll initiative after this.
okay. So before anything else happens, Clue's going to get those 2 punches in, and then use the action you spend a key point for, I believe
we got a donation, guys.
Uh-oh.
From one of the players in the other group.
So Clue uses a key point after Step of the Wind and reunites with everyone else.
Joe, you can thank your roommate for that one.
Thank you!
And as you do that, it flares, and you watch as 3 more of these floating skulls descend down from the landing. So 4 of these floating skulls wreathed in flames, and I get to roll off the donation table now, and I'm so excited about it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, this happened again. I'm so happy. Donator. Lily, or Sharon. Thank you. That's the name. Couldn't remember it. I was saying your character's name. Please send me a whisper on Twitch of a random creature you would like to appear in this room for 1d4 hours. If you don't pick, I'll pick. But yeah, send me a whisper, or post in the Twitch chat, and we'll get going with that.
So, question.
Yeah, what's up?
Does anyone else have backup characters?
I got like 20.
But until that happens, I'll roll a d4 to see how many of those are going to pop in. Once that happens, that's not good. Everybody, these skulls are going to share initiative because they're just tiny. I need everybody to roll initiative, please. Fuck, that's not good.
That's not good.
Okay.
I continue.
Boop. Boop. All right, so 25 to 20. Nobody. 15 to 20.
15.
18.
18. 10 to 15.
13.
Okay.
Did the monkey that
5 to 10.
7.
Fantastic. At least
I rolled
I will say this: none of you are going last.
2 plus 5.
Yeah, none of you are going last.
Okay.
So with that, as these skulls start coming down from the various parts of the room, Necro, it's your turn. They're about at this point they're like 20 feet away. Some of them are still in the air though. Oh, we got our what creature is she telling me to summon? Perfect. Cool. Thank you. She said Tarask. No, she didn't.
She would have.
So as this happens, and you're all like getting ready, as these skulls are floating down, you hear like skittering, like big feet, like. I have a feeling you know what she said, don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. And there's gonna be 4 of these because I rolled a 4 off the 1d4. And they are in existence for 3 hours until killed. And let's just say you watch as one of these spiders blinks into existence out of the bookcase.
Spiders.
I'm an arachnophobe, dude.
Me too.
Oh, so good. So
Necro's going to shoot the spider.
hold on. Yeah, it pops into existence through a bookcase and crawls onto the floor. It's like white and blue.
How big is it?
I will tell you in 1 second.
Okay.
These spiders are large. They're 10 feet in diameter.
What the fuck? Ugh.
So hello, Sharon. For your donation, you might have caused a TPK. I will just say that. Just throwing that out there. And they're gonna roll initiative too. They're not gonna share initiative because yeah. Oh, that's not good. So the initiative order might change. I'm just gonna say that. That is a 21 for the first spider that popped into existence. See, Garrett, this is revenge. I love it. I love it so much. This is revenge to you and to Joe.
What did I do, though? I died!
Okay, that one did not do as good. Man, this turned into from a small, like, sort of easy encounter with flame skulls to something not so nice. And the final phase spider, 12. So, I'm so happy this happened. Oh my god, thank you so much. The phase spider that blinks into existence in front of the bookcase rushes at Necro.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I can give them a little bit of extra healing from their short rest, so I'm just gonna quickly give them that.
Yeah.
I'll get another 4 hit points.
Hey!
Cool.
What?
That'll make the difference between a
What?
TPK and not.
Everybody gets how much? How many hit points?
4 extra, other than me.
Cool.
I get nothing.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so happy with that
Better than
donation.
nothing.
4, right?
4.
Yeah.
4.
Alright. Thank you, Sharon. You could probably kill... Someone might die. So yeah, the spider blinks into existence. This blue, white spider with just translucent white eyes. And it rushes at Necro, lunges at him, and bites him.
Oh, yeah.
That is not great. That's a 9 to hit.
That did not hit me.
So he bites you and you like bat it away with like the butt of your hunting rifle. You're just like, no!
Oh, back!
And then the other 3 sort of blink into existence around it. Like, thump, 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 thump. Yeah. So, Necro, it's your turn.
Yeah, I shoot spider.
Go for it.
They 14 hit.
A 14 hits.
Excellent. It is going to do.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
16 damage.
Fantastic. This is far worse than what you guys had. Just a little bit. 16 damage? Cool.
And then I'm going to shoot again.
Alright.
And that's over 14, so I take it hits. 15?
To the spider that attacked you?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, 6.
Cool. You fire 2 shots off into it, like green blood splatters the floor.
It's him going, no.
Just bang, bang. Yep. Anything else?
Okay, is there one spare than one behind it?
There's one in front of you, and the other 3 are like 10 feet away from it. They're like all like scurrying out of the bookcases, it looks like.
Alright, I was just curious if there were any in a row, because I was going to use,
Nope.
All right, then. Yeah, no, that's about it. I'm getting ready to be shielded.
Okay.
Spider run.
All right. Arvis, it's your turn, buddy. As you watch these like 4 flame skulls come down from the ceiling, and then you watch as through some sheer just manner of the house, 4 phase spiders start like appearing and crawling, phasing basically into existence out of the bookcases.
Okay.
4 of them.
And how far is the closest one? Like the one that's on Necro?
You're in the very back, right?
I was second to last.
Second to last? 20, I'd say 20 feet away. 20 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to summon my sword and cast Branding Smite as a bonus action. And I'm going to charge forward and just slash at the spider.
Cool. Give me an attack roll.
18 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so that's 8. Where's my D8? 8. It's 8 points from the sword, along with 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
It's 5 radiant damage.
Cool. You cut that spider in 2. And it just sort of like leaks out onto the floor. Just, and its body vanishes, like, because it was brought into existence by the house, so it vanishes. And
Okay.
Chad says this is what you guys get for killing Nana May with those mimics that you summoned, basically. Alright, anything else,
I
Arvis?
said I'd regret nothing. I regret everything now.
Yeah, that's my turn.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
I've
Fantastic.
been playing Skyrim. I just it's
Um,
not a good time.
Jacqueline, it's your turn.
Okay, for the skull things, do we at all kind of see any method of getting rid of them other than killing them? Like, if we go put out the fire up there.
It looks like you'll have to kill them.
Okay. I'm going to. Is there anything like right around me?
Like, any, like, enemies?
Like in my.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to tell everyone we should run. I'm just going to yell run, and I'm going to start running out of the library.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way to the library door and...
Yes.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yes, I will do a full dash.
Okay, just gone. Alright. So one of the spiders... Oh.
I have very high intelligence.
Okay. One of the spiders that came out of one of the bookcases runs right at Arvis, like... sort of like phasing in and out of his existence as it runs. Like Samara from The Ring. Like when she moves around, it's kind of like a distorted image. Not like jerkily, like distorted like image. Like it's constantly like phasing in and out. It runs at you, Arvis, and that was almost a natural 20. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. You take 10 piercing damage, and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
13.
13? Okay. You're going to take 4d8 acid damage, halved, because you succeeded. Or 4d8 poison damage, because you succeeded.
Okay.
Halved.
Do I have to make a concentration check as well?
Yes.
6. What is the concentration check? Is it your constitution, correct?
Constitution saving throw.
Plus,
Okay.
and I think it's plus the damage, right?
It's 10 or the damage, whichever's higher.
Okay, so...
Damage.
Hold on. So you took 10 damage from the piercing, and then the poison damage, which is also
Failed.
hitting you.
I got a 9.
You take, and then I already halved it for you. You take 8 poison damage.
I failed the concentration check.
Cool.
I
What
got
are you sitting at for health right now? After that,
19.
19. Cool. I need to know because of the poison effects. Cool. The other phase spider, one of the other ones, is going to sort of like run along one of the bookshelves, like wall run on one of the bookshelves, and lunge at Clue, and bite into Clue. Oh, yeah. That's a 20 to hit, not natural.
That hits.
Yeah.
No.
You take 5 piercing damage, and you also need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Failed.
Uh-oh.
Rolled a 2.
Cool.
You said 5 damage?
5 damage, plus the poison you're about to take.
Right.
You take, 21 poison damage.
Ow.
What are you sitting at, buddy?
19.
19.
By the way, okay. How much was that? 21?
21 poison, 5 piercing from the bite.
So 21, that's
26
26.
total damage, yeah.
That is exactly half my max.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention for this campaign too. We're doing forgot to add this to the campaign notes. We're doing massive damage ruling. So if you take equal to or more than half your maximum hit points in damage, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, and then or suffer the consequences of the system shock table found in the Dungeon Master's Guide, Chapter 9. So yeah, Clue, give me a roll, buddy.
14.
You just failed. It's 15. You just failed. Roll me a d10, Clue.
No.
1.
1? That's the worst one! The creature drops to 0. The creature drops to 0 hit points and is not stable. Death saving throws will be happening. And that's found in the dungeon. That's found in the Dungeon Master's Guide, so I can't get in trouble for that one.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can. Also,
It's like that's kind of Justin's fault and then Garrett's fault because he's
so fun fact: the poison damage reducing is not going to affect you because it wasn't the poison damage that reduced you to 0. So you just dropped to 0 hit points. You're going to be making death failing saves. Clue.
Sweet.
As a phase spider is getting ready to like snack.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not.
Hi, chat. Have some fun, chat. The third. Now there's only 3 left. Third and final phase spider. Also runs along the wall, like on the other opposite bookcase, and lunges at Necro as well. And is going to bite into Necro's shoulder.
Ah!
Fuck! That's not great. That's a 7 to hit.
Ah!
And you're just like, you butt that one with your rifle too. God damn.
Who
Oh,
went from,
I do not like spiders. Fuck you, spiders.
Yeah, massive damage is scary.
who went from full health to nothing in one turn?
You're the one who suggested I wasn't going to do massive damage for this campaign, but you said it, so it's being done for this one now.
Well, I
like it anyway. I forgot to add it to this campaign anyway. So, Clue, it's your turn. Death saving throw, please. Plus, you still have your free resurrection, so everything's fine for you.
fail.
1 fail?
Yep, rolled an 8.
Oh shit. Hi, chat. Press F to pay respects for Clue.
The little owl boy is going home.
Oh no! And now it's the Flame Skulls, their turn, because they rolled bad for initiative. The Flame Skull that came off the table and you drop kicked, it is nowhere. It's gonna just hover for 40 feet, and it is going to use multi-attack and use a fire ray twice towards Arvis and Necro. A fire ray. So the first fire ray.
Oh, yeah, no.
The first fire ray is only an 8 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is a 30-foot range. It's not a cone. Okay. So it only. I'll say it shot that at Arvis, and then the second one it's going to shoot at Necro. That is 16 to hit. To hit you.
Ah, still no.
No? Both fire rays.
No.
Arvis, you like duck one, and Necro, you sort of just like dodge just out of the way of one. Another one of the Flame Skulls descends from above. And it's going to shoot a fire ray down on top of Necro's head. Fuck, that's 2 plus 5. That's 7.
No.
And it's out of anger, it's going to do it again. Like, Fuck. That's a 6.
No!
God damn. Alright. Flame skull number 3. It's gonna come down from the landing, like hover slowly down the ladder, about 50 feet away. And it is going to... What's the range on this? Oh, yeah. You see its like eyes start to glow a little bit, and then it's sort of like its like jaw unhinges a little bit, and you watch as air gets like sucked into its open maw, and it goes shoots a fireball, and it shoots a fireball at you, Necro. So that means you and Arvis are going to need to give me dexterity saving throws. Clue is just out of the radius.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no! Okay.
That's a 7 for me.
Oh boy, you both are going to take 8d6 fire damage.
Oh.
Or let's see the damage on that. Fireball. 8d6. TPK.
7.
Jacqueline's the only one that might live. Oh, fuck. Could have been worse.
Character.
You
I
each...
should have been dead last week.
You
or the week
each...
before.
So, what are each of you at? What are your maximum hit points, each of you?
53.
53?
64.
64. Cool. You won't... So, Necro, you will not be rolling on the massive damage table. Arvis, I think you will.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the damage more than 19?
It is. It's 30 points of fire damage.
Then it does not freaking matter. I'm down.
Unconscious, as the fireball just slams into you both and just... Oh, fuck! Hold on! I forgot. The 2 face spiders need to do it, too. That face spider got a natural 1. It is... got 2 hit points left from that. So the flame skulls might actually help you guys kill the spiders.
Hey, Bard, we'll clean
2
up.
people are unconscious.
Fuck. And the other face spider is at 2 hit points as this fireball just goes... And Arvis is unconscious. Necro, what are you sitting in terms of health, buddy?
Unconscious.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, everybody's unconscious except for...
Yeah, because he didn't get full health.
Okay. That went bad. Sharon, you might have killed everyone except for Jacqueline. But so
It wasn't even
so luckily, Necro and Clue will come back for free if the resurrections aren't impeded. Arvis, if he dies, someone needs to cast Revivify on him or something else. Just throwing that out there. So Garrett, you're not 100% dead. And the final flame skull. The final flame skull is gonna hover over to the doorway where Jacqueline's standing, and it is going to TPK. No, it's not. And it is going to just do 2 fire rays at you, like boom, boom, 2 beams of fire ray. The first one is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. You take 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
What's your maximum hit points?
63.
63. Oh, you're fine. And the second fire ray is only a 8 to hit.
That definitely does not.
So you're still up.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Necro, death saving throw, please.
So I did the math. Even if I rolled everything max, I would have only gotten 48 points of healing back.
Okay. Yeah, Necro, death 10. 1 success. Man, this is. You can blame your roommate for this one. Totally.
I am.
Arvis, death saving throw, please. What'd you get?
That's a 6.
That's 1 fail. Jacqueline, what do you want to do?
So there is a thing in front of my face.
It's still like 20 feet away.
Oh, it's so far.
Let me check.
away.
Actually,
Okay.
hold on. This range. Yeah, it's about 20 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, I see them all go down.
I'm just gonna
and then-
close the door and lock it.
Here's the thing. I definitely said we should run.
Well, I didn't have a turn. I would have ran, but
That's true. I feel so
I
bad
had
out
to,
of character.
I I kind of flipped to either run or try and do the heroic thing and try and get everyone else out of here. Next thing you know, fucking 4 damn spiders showed up.
Phase
You did
spiders.
the like heroic thing last time too, and you died. Like,
Yeah, well, he kind of feels like he's guilty about it too, because he's still alive.
You need to stop being so heroic.
one spell slot. 'Cause yeah.
I roll high on stupid decisions, but I roll low for everything else.
So the only thing I'm thinking is that I could throw a healing word to Necro. You have a healing potion, don't you?
He
I do.
does.
You do. So then
But
you could
there's
maybe heal
still-
somebody else, but they would have so many turns
Still
before
3
then.
spiders.
Yeah, because Necro's
I
turn.
feel like the only person I could potentially save is Clue because you have the next turn coming up.
Yeah, Clue would be the only one you could really save at this point.
Because otherwise you're just going to take more damage and go back down.
There's
So
3
I'm
spiders
going-
and 3 skulls.
There's 3 spiders left, and I think actually all 4 skulls are still in play.
I thought there was only 3 skulls.
There's 4. Yep.
Yeah.
All 4 skulls are still in play. One is almost dead. I will say this: 2 of the spiders have 2 hit points though, because the flame skull's fireball. Like, the 2 of the spiders. So technically, there's almost basically 1 spider left because 2 of them have 2 hit points.
Yeah, the only thing I could do to kill those spiders would also kill all of my allies.
So I'll say this: the spider that's about to eat Clue. Oh no, that spider that's about to eat Clue is perfectly okay because it was out of the radius. It's the only one that's okay. The 2 that are like above Necro, about to feast on Necro and Arvis.
So-
But Clue can also, if needed, spend a key point to get out of there without getting taken
yeah,
down.
so I'm thinking the only person I could potentially save is Clue.
Save Clue.
I'm gonna throw a healing word at Clue.
Cool.
Level 3, my last spell slot.
Oh man, this was horrendous. Oh, I'm so glad like people are being nice about what creatures suggest. Like if someone suggests a Tarrasque, I'm not gonna put a Tarrasque in. I'll just say that.
10 hit points, Clue.
I'm just saying, I should have put Mage Armor on first before I burnt
And
that.
I am going to book it. I'm just running. I'm by.
Okay.
Run, Clue!
Healing word and then gone.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm like, run. Okay, bye. See you.
Oh fuck, yeah. The spider that's looking down at you, Necro, sinks its fangs into your throat. That's... What would you get for your first death filling save? 10?
Success.
I say,
Success. So yeah. As it bites into your neck and like rips out a chunk of your throat, you're still alive, but you have 2 death filling saves right there. Yeah.
awesome.
And
Right.
the next spider, I'm gonna see if it also bites into you because there's 2 like crawling over you, or if it, as a predator, it senses the fleeing prey is gonna chase after you. I'm gonna roll for it.
Oh God.
Its predator instincts kicked in. It didn't roll high enough on its wisdom, and it's gonna run towards the door. And they have a movement speed of what? 30 feet. So it comes out of the doorway, and Jacqueline about... How far did you go? Move? Like run down the hallway?
30 feet.
Oh yeah, it's 30 feet back, and you see it like come out into the hallway getting ready to chase you. This one has 2 hit points, so it's like, fuck it. I'm gonna go after the lone prey. The one that has 32 hit points, though... Clue.
Wait, all 3 of them? All 3 of them? Were
Yeah, so
one?
Phase Spider 4 got 12 for initiative, Phase Spider 2 got 11 for initiative, Phase Spider 3, the one that is trying to eat you, got a 9 for initiative.
Hmm.
And it's standing right above you, and since you're prone, it's with advantage, correct?
Right, he just got 10, so.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Alright. Let's see if I roll bad.
Roll so bad.
I'm rolling with advantage because you're prone. That was a 2,
Mhm.
and a...
Don't say
If you
it.
can tell by my face, it wasn't good. It was a 16, so 16 plus 4, that's an unnatural 20.
I
That
thought you
hits.
As it like sinks into your little Aarakocra tummy.
Roll all
I could
ones.
roll really fucking bad for damage.
Roll
So
all ones.
Well,
for
either way,
damage.
if you roll, either way, he's dead.
So
Like,
for
down,
the damage,
depending on how
for-
much damage.
for the
you
bite damage, I rolled a fucking 1. You take 3 piercing damage from the bite, as it bites into your little owl tum-tum.
Making a con save.
And con save.
You've got it nailed.
The DC is really low. The DC is really low.
13.
You succeed. You take half damage of this.
Well,
Damn it.
You'll just be unconscious again. Oh yeah, that's so. Halved, you take 10 points of poison damage.
Yeah, it clicks down.
And you're dropped to 0. You drop to 0 though, right? Drop to 0.
Yep.
The target is stable. When dropped to 0 by the face spider's poison, you're stable. No death saving throws.
Wait,
But so yeah, if the poison damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour. Even after regaining hit points, you're still poisoned, and you're paralyzed while poisoned in this way. So you're
Frodo in one of the Lord of the Ring movies.
Yeah, but you're not going to be making death saving throws on your turn. And Jacqueline's running away anyway. So yeah.
They're just gonna feast on it.
Clue, it's your turn. You don't have to do anything. You're just basically paralyzed. But at least you're not dying.
Try to roll.
Yeah, just like Frodo yourself. Yeah, like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. The Flame Skull is gonna just launch a fireball right at Arvis's and Necro's bodies. Just a fireball.
Oh, I'm dead.
And Clue, you're paralyzed, so you're like you can see both of their bodies just burn to ash. Just
thinking, we gotta get out of here.
Oh, that's so bad. The second Flame Skull, so that's the Flame Skull you kicked that does that. The second Flame Skull sees the spider about to feast on you, and it's going to do a fire ray at it. Just face spider, roll a natural 20. So that's a critical on this. The Flame Skull rolled a natural 20 on its fire ray to the spider that's eating you.
Okay, I straight up thought
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
that's 3d6 damage maxed. So my math is terrible. 18 damage to that spider eating you, plus damage rolled on top. So 18 plus.
Well, now that my character's dead, I can use my left arm again. I'm no longer staying true. He's dead.
23. 20. That spider takes 28 points of fire damage. Just, and then it's going to shoot another one at you.
If I come back with an arm, that's going to suck because I need both.
And yeah, that spider took a lot of damage. And the Flame Skull is going to do another one. Another fire ray at that spider. That face spider just burns to a... so like, Clue, you look up with your, like... You can still move your eyes and stuff. And you see the spider above you just, like, crumble to ash.
This is completely terrifying. Like... Oh,
poor child! I was an adult, so I experienced shit. Like, this is a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this went bad. This went bad.
You're not even 10, you're like 7, right?
Yeah, he's 8.
So the second Flame Skull is the one that's chasing... No, it's not the one that's chasing Jacqueline. It's a face spider that's chasing her. That's correct.
Yeah.
The one that went to the doorway is just gonna... How many face spiders are left?
I have it to read the face spider.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the 2 spiders that were feasting above you guys are also disintegrated. So there's no face spiders left, actually. So, Chloe, you're just paralyzed on the floor. And the Flame Skulls are stupid, so they think you're dead. What's a Flame Skull's intelligence? Oh, 16. Never mind.
They see his eyes moving like...
Since you're paralyzed, give me a stealth check with advantage because you're, like, you know, paralyzed. To see if you can, like, please don't kill me.
Yeah, alright.
Pretend to be dead.
It's 23.
They think you're dead, and they'll go out into the hallway and start chasing Jacqueline. So, Jacqueline, you see
Who just goes like this?
You see the single face spider in the hallway, and you see his 4 flame skulls sort of just like... Or 3, because one's still in the room. You watch his 3 flame skulls follow you out into the hall and are looking down the hall at you. And one of those flame skulls, you're, 60 feet away? Yeah. The final flame skull is going to go fireball. Shoot a fireball at you. So you can give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's okay. She's a half-orc. Relentless endurance, guys.
16.
16. What is the spell DC? What is this DC from a flame? Oh, here it is. Flame Skull. Derp. That succeeds. That succeeds. But you're going to take half of the damage, which could probably not be nice.
I can handle half of the damage.
Okay, calculator time, because my math is bad. You take 15 points of fire damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
As like the fireball like slams into your back as you're running, like poof. And that's all the flame skulls. Necro, oh, you're dead. Arvis, you're dead.
Yes.
Jacqueline, what are you gonna do?
Yes, I'm going to keep running. As soon as I kind of see a place I could duck into a spot.
There's a broom closet just around the corner.
I'm going to try to duck in and hide. Like
you open the door, you slide in, you close the door. It's about like 4 feet in diameter, like width-wise, and it's about 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Give me a stealth check.
Really
Yep, give me a stealth check.
Hoping nobody donates again.
Maybe I'll roll good.
Yeah, somebody donates again, it's gonna go bad.
Metal die roll. Oh, no, it's bad.
What'd you get? As you like get in there, a mop and a bucket just hit the ground like. Poof. So do you want to hide in the closet, or do you want to just keep moving?
I will keep moving.
Okay, you're like down the hallway still. Like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This donation was bad.
It wasn't even the donation. It was just the fireballs.
The flame skulls would have been manageable somewhat on their own. There's 10 people watching this clusterfuck, and Clue's just like paralyzed on the ground.
Well, Clue was also his turn was next after the one that took out half of his health, but then failed that save.
Hey Clue, it's your turn.
All over.
You're paralyzed. Is there any saving throw on this poison, or are you just like fucked for like an hour?
If it's similar to the crawler
Let me
poison,
check. There is no saving throw. You have to literally be poisoned for 1 hour unless it's cured. So you're paralyzed for 1 hour on the floor of this library.
everybody thinks I'm dead.
And there's just piles of ash everywhere from like Arvis who died, which means, yeah, buddy, no one has the required spells to bring back a pile of ash. You already had your free resurrection. You gotta come back with a new character. Which I'll introduce this session. I'll introduce this session because it's so like.
I got you. I already have it
Cool.
made and everything.
Necro, you'll come back after this combat scenario.
I'll start doing that right now for you.
I already made a character while I was dead.
Clue.
D&D
So
Beyond,
Clue.
let's go fast.
Clue. You're just paralyzed on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You can blink. You know your organs still work, but you're just paralyzed. So that's good. Man, you have there's like a trend with you, Garrett, and your characters just getting like rendered like incapacitated. It's amazing.
He's not dead yet. He's gonna get better.
All right, the flame skulls, 40 feet down the hallway. The first one can just turn the corner at you, Jacqueline, and it's just gonna go. Oh, how many times can they do this? Oh, this one cannot no longer shoot a fireball because it's already used all of its fireballs. Instead, it's gonna shoot 3 magic missiles at you.
Oh no!
Just, and they all automatically hit because it's magic missile.
Man, if she had the spell shield, those would be
So the first dart is 3 damage. The second dart is 4 damage. And the final dart is 3 damage.
In total damage.
Are you still up?
Yeah, here's the thing. These last 2 sessions, I have not taken much damage.
Sweet. The other like 3 don't get far enough to come around the curve. So you're good. With that, Necro, you're dead. Arvis, you're dead. Clue! Or Jacqueline, it's your turn. My bad. So you keep running. You keep running, and I'm going to see if the house is going to be kind to you right now. Cool. A set of stairs appear on the ceiling and drop down like an attic.
I will take them.
Alright, as you run up the stairs disappear, and the hole where the attic is disappears as well. You're safely hidden in the attic by yourself. And it's pitch black.
I cast lights on my rapier.
And it's just an attic. A bunch of junk stored up here.
I mean, you got dark vision too.
Yes, but it's much better this light.
And there's a currently sealed treasure chest at a foot of a very old bed. We'll get back to that.
Oh.
Clue.
Run away.
Clue, you're still paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna just... What's Clue thinking about while he's paralyzed?
His dead friends.
Yeah.
He watched his friend have his neck broken, come back as a kid.
Arvis did not do well in this house. Oh, by the way, your raven, your raven's a familiar, so it would have blinked out as well.
Yep. Sword's gone too. That's back to my patron.
Yeah, what's Clue thinking about while he's just laying there?
Clue is not. He's not in a very good state of mind right now.
Probably not.
He's freaking out quite a lot. This is the second time he's been knocked in a very short amount of time.
Man, this is insane.
Most of that time running.
Okay.
So Clue, he's thinking about the people that just went down and died. He's thinking about all the other people that died. He's thinking about how the other person who he believes brought him back to consciousness, but then ran off, and he's just going, "Oh, I wonder if they're gonna come back and eat me."
Okay. So the Flame Skulls, as they were chasing Jacqueline, they can't find her. So, oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Fuck, there's still a face spider I forgot about. It disappears, whatever. And the 4 Flame Skulls can't find Jacqueline. They lose interest. They thought Clue back there was dead, so they just float into different areas of the house. And with that, combat is over. Necro, you sort of feel your ashes sort of form together into a new body, because this house doesn't want to kill you right away. It wants to play with you. So, Necro, you come back to life. On the floor, you see Clue laying there paralyzed. Necro, I need you... Oh, wait, hold on. I do this roll. Since you... Where is my table? Cool. You come back to life. It's your first and only free resurrection. You can still get resurrected. You get...
What did you do?
9. A random person of the DM's choice has died to pay for your return to the land of the living. The random person is someone you may have met in passing or someone close to you. This person must have been in your life in some way. So someone dies, you don't know who they are,
Arvis.
Not Arvis. Somebody in your life.
Same thing.
I suspect they are someone who did not get on the stream last week or the week before.
Nah. Someone in your close to you personally in your life dies.
Crap.
Your real life.
In your real life. No. In Necro's family. Someone in Necro's family or someone he knows personally dies.
Well, a little backstory. I actually rolled randomly for Necro's backstory, and he has a wife and a kid.
Cool. Let me roll a D2. 1 for the wife. 1 for the kid. 1 for the kid. 1 for the kid. 2 for the wife.
I will find you, sir.
All right. You don't know it, but whenever you leave the house, your wife is just gone. She's dead. Your kid's still alive, so that's a good thing.
We'll find them
Without any parents right now.
on the street.
Yeah, your kid is currently parentless. So Necro, you reform from the ashes.
On the 3rd day, Necro shall arise and be stuck in the stem house still.
And you're back because of this, you're back with 1 hit point. And you see Clue paralyzed on the ground, shifting his eyes around.
Like, Clue probably wouldn't be shifting his eyes around, but he'd be looking directly at what just happened.
Yeah.
He'd just be like...
And while this is happening in the library, Jacqueline, you hear someone muttering from inside the chest.
No.
Like, let me out, please let me out.
Why would I let you out?
I promise, I'm not evil. I woke up in this chest. I don't have any idea how I got here. Please. Are you gonna open the chest?
I'm asking you to it is.
Arvis, Would you like to introduce your new character who is somehow awoken in this chest?
All I'm saying is, this is gonna be so weird when this chest opens.
First off, what's your character's name so I can add it to the stream?
His
overlay?
name is Hortix.
How do you spell that?
Hortix.
Okay. Do you
Please, let me out. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's really cramped in here.
Okay, I will try to open the chest.
The chest has, like, the latch of the chest is a needle. Like a needle poking out. And it looks like you might have to, like, prick your finger, like, to bleed a little bit on it.
I see. It's just terrible.
I can heal you if there's any damage done.
Okay, I poke it.
Blood squirts out of your finger. The chest opens up, and what does Jacqueline see when she looks into the chest?
She sees an 8'4" Loxodon just emerge.
Yes! That's amazing. What's your class?
Cleric of the Grave Domain.
Nice. A massive fucking Loxodon comes out of this treasure chest. What does this Loxodon look like?
He is old, like battle scars. He's participated in the hunts. He's man of what was his deity's name again? A man of Valandra. He's against the evils in this world. Has a massive mace on his side, adorned in like whitish like robes. It's just an overwhelming presence about him.
All right. Yeah. So you see this like 8 foot tall elephant man crawl out of this chest.
Hey, what's your character's name again?
Hortix.
Hortix. Okay.
So how did you end up in a treasure chest?
I don't know. I was out in the woods, part of the hunt, and went to bed that night and just woke up in here nearly a
I
few
guess
hours
you
ago.
have the most horrible luck. I'm going to just go around him and look in the chest, see if there's anything useful.
You're like reaching around in the chest.
Yes.
This
I
is
step out so she can.
There's nothing in it. It's empty.
Well, I guess we are friends now because everyone else I was here with is very dead. Pretty sure. So that is
Positive.
great.
And as this happens, the fake cellar door, like the fake attic door, opens again, and the stairs drop down again.
Oh no. I tried to hide.
I take the mace out, pull out my shields.
And at this point, it's like I say, just for the sake of this and everything, an hour passes, and you see Necro and Clue walking up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
At this point,
Oh,
what I
my.
would have done is I would have walked over to Clue and was chugging a potion. So that's 2d4. I have three of them. So get some points back, and then I will see if Clue is in any way responsive.
Yeah, you do like tap him, and his eyes sort of like move around a little bit, and you can hear him breathing.
All right, can you swallow?
You'd have to pry his mouth open and do it for him.
Oh, okay. Potion. Rub, 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 rub.
So you heal by healing potion.
Oh dear.
There goes.
All right.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me read this. The statistics of fight spider poison.
Like I'd still be paralyzed for that.
You're still paralyzed, but you have health.
You're no longer having to worry about dying.
But I'll say eventually, like, once you get brought to the stairs, the paralysis will wear off.
So
Yeah,
do
I would have carried him like.
Yeah.
2d4 plus.
4, 3, 7, 2, 9.
That's exactly what I rolled.
And now it's a giant elephant man.
Yeah, I walk up, I see, oh, there are stairs, and I hear voices. Hello?
Necro?
Is that one of your friends?
Yes.
I have
although-
returned from death. And I bring Clue.
That's good, I guess.
Man, that's
So
so bad.
when they get up there, do the stairs disappear again?
No, they don't.
Oh no.
As soon
Is
as
there a
the,
way to raise the stairs up?
No, there is not.
Hello,
We need to
sir.
find a place where we can rest. I very much need some rest. Oh, this is.
As soon as
this
you
is
mention you need a
the
place to
elephant
rest, the stairs disappear and beds appear up in the attic.
This is amazing. I love this attic. I'm never leaving here. I'm going into bed.
So
This
Arvis
is Elephant
Chambers.
Man.
Next snap like Black Pudding. I'm updating my death list. Disintegrated by Flame Skull.
Necro Clue, this is Elephant Man. I go to sleep now.
My name is Hortix.
Hortus?
Hortix.
Have I heard of him?
Hortix?
I'm part of the hunt too, so.
Oh, then yes, you would have probably.
Wait, I think I've heard of you.
What is your name?
Necro, Darque.
Well aware of you. You're one of the few that carries a firearm.
Yes, I do not like getting too close if I can help it, because they tend to bite and scratch. But it is very nice to meet you, but I have to admit I am also tired, and this one can barely move, so I think bedtime, yes.
Be my
We
guest.
shall worry about this in the morning.
Alright, so for the sake of this, everyone gains the benefit of a long rest.
yeah.
But even though you sleep for 8 hours, I need to see how many days passed outside. That is not good. So multiply that. That is calculator.
My camera is like not focusing.
Question: the D&D Beyond thing wants to reset maximum hit points after rest. Are we doing that or what?
Yes.
Oh,
That's only going to affect it if you use the override.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So that's only like if you had a spell or something that changed your max hit points, you would use the override. And
Right.
this would get rid of them.
Oh, okay.
Hortix locks it on Grave Domain Cleric. Cool. I can delete. Oh wait, he's already deleted it off the campaign page. Cool.
I just left the campaign page, went to an old link you had, and did it that way.
You can also do create unassigned character and do it that way too, but you have characters already pre-built, so whatever.
Yeah.
So now there's a big elephant man in the group. I'm so happy. Finally a cleric.
By the way, you're no longer the oldest Necro.
Yeah.
311 years old.
So yeah, you all reawaken in the attic with this big elephant man. Babar. Oh yeah.
Hortix, because that's gonna stick, dude.
Hey, Hortix.
Yes, little friend.
Right?
I kind of, based on what people were saying, you can heal people? How does that work?
I pray to my deity, Philandro. He is a man who is not fond of the evil in these woods and has granted me his blessing. I chose a different path, choosing to keep the dead dead and not wander the earth in pain.
Does it cost anything? Is he good? Does he do good stuff? Like, do you think we'll be protected?
I cannot say.
I have not been having a good time.
How old are you, little one?
I'm 8.
God.
I know.
I'm from the
Why
Black
would
Tree.
an evil place like this want a kid?
Yeah.
Hortix, you've been doing this for a while. Why would a place not want a child in it?
That is fair, my
Honestly,
friend.
here is the thing. I think that this place is just playing games with us. I mean, it provided us a place to rest safely after we were nearly all destroyed. So, I mean, I think that perhaps.
How many were there before now?
I mean, the same number there is now.
Well, there was
Just a different one.
another person, human.
He died more than
Arvis.
once. So.
And he
Did one of you bring him back?
No.
He did not
How's
make it.
He died twice, I think.
In a very short period of time, it was very sad.
Like less than an hour.
Both
Yeah.
times were very, very disturbing to see.
Yeah.
Then I saw Necro reassemble from ashes in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You see Hortix taking a very defensive posture now.
here's the thing. I think we need to learn how to play by the rules of the house.
It's
And
different.
That doesn't mean dying.
As you mentioned playing by the rules,
Oh,
you hear what sounds like a tricycle. No, Billy the Puppet does not roll up.
You see my face.
You hear a dump, and a large book falls from the darkness around the ceiling and just drops on the floor.
I will
No,
go take
books are bad. Books are bad.
I will go take a careful look.
Okay.
Not that,
Okay.
what is it?
It is a book that appears to be bound in bark, like the bark of a tree.
Is there any name on it?
There's something scratched in it. If anybody knows, what would it be? There's really no language for this. So let's say it's written in Infernal.
Don't think. Nope.
Nobody knows Infernal. None of you can read
Not
the
me.
None of you can read the cover then.
Hmm.
But it's like it looks like it's scratched into the cover with a knife, like it carved into the bark.
If I just kind of open it a little bit with my rapier, can I? Is it inside similar writing?
Inside is similar. It's all Infernal.
It's not helpful to give us rules that we cannot read.
Let me see if the house is generous again. The text does not change.
House's response is learn.
Does anybody know Primordial?
No.
I know Draconic and Common.
Okay.
Or
I know
is
my
it-
own language, Common, and I speak a little Elvish here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Arvis or Clue looks at Necro and says in Draconic, "Nice to meet you again."
Responds in Draconic. Oh, very nice to meet you.
It's this deep gurgling sound. Just,
Yeah, like
oh, God.
animalistic, bestial sounds. Yeah.
However, when Necro says it, he has no accent.
If I wanted to, I could also speak to someone in a language not everybody understands, but it's kind of rude.
Where the stairs were that led up here,
Yeah.
a door appears, like a normal like door, with a knob and everything. Just appears on the
I
floor.
think
Just
level of the game. So here we go.
and you see in blood gets written on across the door in common. It says, "The way out is forward."
Of course it is, of course. I will walk through the door.
Oh,
So the door is on the floor.
I will open the door and not walk through.
As you open the door, you get pulled in,
Okay, I'll go through the door.
and you find yourself standing in a greenhouse.
Without hesitation, Hortix would have lunged down to follow.
You appear in a greenhouse with a thud.
I am going to go. All right, let us go, Clue.
Right.
As you all drop down through the doorway, you appear in the greenhouse, but as you look up, there's no door there. You're just in a greenhouse now, on the property.
One step closer to outside. I like it.
It's an indoor greenhouse, but as you look, it's an indoor greenhouse. But it's all glass. You can still technically see outside. It's because it's connected to the house.
One of those. Okay, I get what you're saying.
But you can't see outside. It's just too dark. Like you can't even see grass that's right up against the greenhouse. You can't see anything out there. It's almost like it's a black void. of nothing of
Do I
nothingness.
see like a door leading outside?
You do.
I'm taking my mace and I'm trying to break that door.
Door shatters. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
There's not a. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should have probably told him about that.
18 plus 8.
What'd you get?
18 plus 8.
Cool. You're not affected by anything, but you need to give me a dexterity saving throw now.
Okay, that's the problem.
Uh,
Oh,
20.
20, yeah! 20! 18 plus 2!
You guys watch as these like tendrils come out of the darkness and wrap around Vortex, and they try to pull him, but he's just a big elephant man, and they sort of like give up and they go back into the darkness, and the door reforms. And yeah, the door just reforms like.
You can't just break your way out of here. Okay.
These magic things. I'm sure there's something we're.
You know more than me about this place, so I'll follow your
Like I
lead.
said,
but you're
also,
already doing much better than we
just
were.
keep going forward, and maybe if we play, I mean, we got a place to rest. Obviously, the house either wants to play longer, which would be terrible because we will die eventually, or it wants us to,
Do
maybe
any- Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Do any of you have the keen mind feat?
No.
No.
No, I think I only have observant.
Okay.
I have a feat.
Never mind then.
Observant.
Never mind then.
You actually can observe it again.
Well, one thing I was going to say is the issue.
It gave me the 20 for wisdom. And I was like, I'm gonna take that.
What's up, Necro?
Decent.
Well, I was going to say, is my issue is right now this house is being entertained. I don't want to be in here when it is bored of us.
Then you
So
be
I'd rather-
entertaining. I'm going to play my violin.
Well, what if we? What if we do
That
something?
could work.
I'm not doing that.
The,
Okay.
the most entertaining thing that won't hurt us.
Music.
Are you playing your
Yes,
violin?
you
You're
can.
playing your violin.
I am playing my violin.
Let me see how the house. Let me see if the house likes that. The house likes it.
I'm very good at it.
And you watch as, and you look around and you watch as trees begin to form that were long petrified. Leaves grow on them. Fruits grow on the trees. And there's about 10 trees now that are full of life and fruit
I'm
that were once petrified. Yeah.
Based on what's happened to Clue.
Yeah.
Is his violin-like object still intact?
It is.
Oh wow. Wow, it's still hung in there. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. These trees seem to like come to life and sprout fruit once more.
Is anyone good at telling if fruit is safe to eat or not?
I believe I am.
Okay.
Would that be a survival check?
Yeah.
19.
That fruit looks damn good.
Who just goes over and
Fantastic. The tree slaps you back.
ow!
Well, like it slashes at you as you are, just like its branches form into claws and it goes whoosh.
Clue, do not eat things. Do not eat.
But it does it just like hits the fruit. Or it actually just like smacks your beak. It doesn't like deal. It doesn't hit you. It doesn't hit enough to deal damage, but it like smacks your beak.
I'm so sorry, Tree.
All right. Come on.
could
Clue.
we
No
please
eating
have
little
a piece
living things.
I'm terribly sorry. I ran out of rats.
Tree, would we be able to have a piece of fruit? Would you be willing to give us a piece of fruit?
You don't know.
I will not take merci for considering.
I
Let's
just take
keep
a handful of nuts, like a day's worth of rations, and just hand them over to Clue.
I would also have some not disgusting food.
Thank you, mister. I really
Here.
appreciate that.
If anyone needs food, I have 10 days worth
Yes.
now, 9.
Yes.
I also have. Do we feel hungry though?
You do.
We just finished a long rest, so I just
Food
imagined.
is also very comforting.
They both have a day's worth of rations. Necro, did you want one?
I also have 10 portions of rations, and I'll eat
Alright,
one of mine
perfect.
if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
Clue will also like, with his talons, like take a drink of his water skin that he has.
Okay.
Alright, so we
Oh.
keep moving. And now we know the house wants respect, it wants to be empathy. Perhaps we just play into that.
It wants blood.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll be like a play, just be the most entertaining one and you survive, right? It will only eat the most boring one.
What? Those of you that have a passive perception above 10,
Okay.
watch as one of like the potted plants moves.
Oh,
Because you're just standing around. So one of the potted plants just goes.
a potted plant over there moved.
I
Gestures with his
noticed.
wing.
I put my mace to my side and just latch onto my holy symbol.
alright, you be entertaining. Let's move. It doesn't want us to stand. Let's keep going. I'm going to just start walking.
Where are you walking towards? There's a door that Hordix tried to go through that led outside. There's a wooden door that leads back into the house.
I would go back towards the house.
All right.
Should we? Can we do like a look, like a perception or investigate to the area to make sure that there's nothing useful or anything around?
I'll say with your passive perception, there's nothing useful looking around. It's just a bunch of like weird trees that attack people if they get touched.
Okay. Anything that could be used as an improvisational like throne.
There's a trowel.
He'll overlook that and just also.
Okay. Are you all going through the door in the wooden door in the greenhouse back into the house?
Yeah, I would be.
I'm following their lead. They've been here
All
longer
right.
than I have.
You open the door, and as you all step through, it's the same sort of feeling you got when you first got pulled into the house, that like fog in your mind. And this time you're standing in the middle. I'm so glad this happened. In the middle of the hedge maze that's outside.
We are outside.
But it's dark. It's pure darkness, and you just hear the constant, never-ending sound of just screams, like inhuman, unearthly screaming, just like the screams of someone getting murdered almost.
Do any of you have rope?
I do.
My question is, like, are we still able to see normally, or would we have to?
You can see normally, but like I said, you can only see like maybe 10 feet in front of you. You're not blinded or anything. It's just everything else beyond that is just like unearthly darkness.
So like magical darkness.
Magical darkness. And there's a fountain. You're all standing around a fountain filled with blood and body parts.
Excellent.
Oh dear.
So we keep moving. We stay
Mr.
together, but we are outside, so there's a chance that we will get out.
Mr. Necro, could you loan me an end of that rope?
Yes, here you go.
Well, actually, could you tie it around my leg?
Yes. It's a 50-foot piece of hemp.
Cool. As you are all moving through, like standing here, in the distance of the maze, you hear a deep like croaking, like a when the screams like pause for a moment, you hear a like a deep toad sound, like.
That's a good one. That was a good noise, man. Justin.
Thank you.
Mr. Necro, could you hold on to the other end of that rope really tight?
So I tied it around my wrist.
Okay. Clue's gonna try flying up into the air.
You're flying up into the air.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw and then dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. Good thing I've been rolling well for this. The 24.
You're fine. You're fine. Dexterity saving throw though, please.
Dexterity saving throw is 11.
Alright, so the tendrils wrap around you and they smack you around a bit and they drop you to the ground. How far did you fly up?
He was. I mean, it sucks to like say it now.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what?
Back, but
I'll let you say how you fly up like maybe 10 feet before the tendrils like smack you around a bit.
okay.
So you don't take any bludgeoning damage from the smacking. You just take bludgeoning damage from falling.
Okay.
Actually, you have flight speed, so as it drops you, you don't even fall. You so I'll say you just kind of like you like flare your wings and you land down safely.
Okay, well that's not gonna work. I guess you can have your rope back.
And you hear the
Direction is this croaking coming from?
I think the house wants us to keep.
It sounds like it's coming from all over, like 360 degrees.
I think we need to pick a direction and get moving because
I
Right,
mean,
everybody-
favor.
many monsters out there do not become the croak.
We
I
let's
say
go.
we move towards the house if the house wants us to stay in the house.
Do we know which way's the house? We're in the middle of a maze.
We
I
just
mean-
have to go a direction and hope we find what we're looking for.
Yeah, I think we should go. Now.
All right.
Let's move. Yes.
Is there anything? Do we see anything in the fountain other than corpses?
Nope, just blood and body parts.
I will take the lead. I'm just walking. I'm picking a direction and walking.
All right, as you're walking,
Right behind her.
there's a curve to the right and a curve to the left.
Okay. Oh, like those are two choices.
Yeah, right and left.
Right.
All right, you start going right. You guys follow. She disappears into the darkness. Whew.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
ready.
sticking by her.
All right.
Follow.
First person I met.
So what's the marching order? So it's Jacqueline in the front.
Me behind her.
Okay, who's behind the big elephant man?
I'll be
Clue.
behind him.
Okay, yeah, Clue will take up the rear then.
Cool. All right, as you
Actually,
walk.
no. Clue can be in front of me because if something comes from behind, I have the most. I still have the highest AC.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are moving, and Jacqueline, since this is pitch
So,
blackness,
I
you
know, way
hear
back.
the sound of something running along the hedges up top of you, like skittering through the hedges. I need you to give me because it sounds like it's coming from all around you. Perception check for you, Jacqueline.
Question: how tall are these hedges?
60 feet.
Okay.
That's
Natural
high.
20.
You sort of hone in on that sound, and you hear a coming from above you, like right above, and you watch as this shape lands in front of you.
Thunder wave.
All right, it needs to make a save on that. Is there a save for it? Like dexterity saving throw?
Constitution save.
Constitution save. That was a natural one.
Ooh,
Yay.
damn.
Okay, it takes 5 plus 3 is 8 thunder damage.
8 thunder damage. Nice. The hedges, it sounds like the hedges start snapping from the damage, but it sounds like they're getting reformed as soon as they break. And it was 8 thunder damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes half of that. And it's as it gets into your range of 5 feet, you see it standing in front of you. This creature, oh, I'm so happy you guys got sent to the maze because it's not full of nice things. You see something standing about
Feel your love, sir.
7 feet tall. It's hulking and muscular, and it's as it like croaks. You watch as it breathes in and croaks. Its throat like, and it's blue. It's huge. It's got big muscular arms and legs, and on its arms you see these bone hooks that go.
Oh.
I'm still taller than it.
This is one of the.
Slaad, you son of a monkey.
I need everybody to roll initiative. Oh, by the way, the width of this like area of the maze is about 10 feet wide.
Oh my
Now
god.
I'm rolling decent.
The 22.
Oh! It rolled a natural 20. So it got a 22. So
I
Jacqueline,
got a
you,
17.
so what'd you get, Hortix?
17 for me.
Cool. Clue?
11.
11. Necro.
14.
Fantastic. What's your dex modifier, Jacqueline?
+2.
+2? Alright, so you both are kind of tied. So,
Roll off.
contested dexterity checks. Let's see who goes first.
I will probably not roll as good again.
It got a 4.
I got a natural 19.
So you get to go first as this
I
giant...
have had these rolls in the actual combat.
As this giant blue toad just drops from the top of the hedge.
I draw
But
my
you still
rapier.
hear the croaking in the distance still, like.
Cool. Cool. I draw my rapier and I'm like, if you want to be entertained, and I'm gonna go into a rage,
Yeah, barbarian.
and I will attack.
Go for it.
I just think
I
that
will
are
keep
you
rolling
not
it.
entertained?
Yeah.
It's not bad. 18.
That hits.
Okay. That's gonna be 12 piercing damage.
Okay, hold on.
And I think I might use one of my flourishes.
Okay.
I will use
How much was the damage again?
10.
Okay.
10 piercing damage and sorry, let me guess this. And then I will do a flourish, and I'll do my slashing flourish, so I'll do an extra d8 of damage.
Sounds good.
8! Yes!
Nice.
Another 8 piercing damage.
You slash 2 strokes with your rapier at this thing, like,
Ah.
and it just goes, and it is going to make a bite attack against you and 2 attacks with its claws. Just it bites into your shoulder. Oh, cool. It regains 10 hit points at the start of its turn. And it bites into your shoulder, like deep into your shoulder if it hits. That is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Cool. And then it's with its massive claws, it's going to rake one down across your chest. That is a 20 to hit, unnatural.
Yeah, hit.
Okay. Oh, I had to test out my croaking sounds anyway, so that's why I'm doing this.
It's so good.
So good. You take 13 points of slashing damage from the first claw,
Okay.
and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, it's halved because you're raging, right?
Yeah.
But you still need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I do. Not great. That's gonna be 10.
Cool. You are currently infected by a disease called Chaos Phage. While infected, the target can't regain hit points, and its hit point maximum is reduced by 3d6 every 24 hours. If the disease reduces the target's hit point maximum to 0, the target instantly transforms into a red Slaad. Or, if it has the ability to cast spells of 3rd level or higher, a green Slaad. Only a wish spell can reverse the transformation.
Oh.
And I'd say lesser restoration or greater restoration can cure Chaos Phage,
But would we know that?
but you wouldn't know that.
Would Hortix know this because he's participated in the hunt? And being a grave domain with this much experience, I'm sure.
Give me a history check.
Okay. History. What is history? Yeah.
Intelligence.
So, y'all ready for this?
Natural 1.
6.
6.
Plus 0.
You have no knowledge of the Chaos Phage, and obviously Jacqueline doesn't know she's infected right now.
Can I make a roll?
Yeah, because you're part of the long hunt. Go for it.
Alright.
I'll say the DC is pretty high because Slaad are not common for the long hunt.
16 plus 2, 18.
So 18?
You have heard of these creatures, but you have no idea if there is no symptoms of somebody affected by the Chaos Phage. The only way you can tell is once the Chaos Phage starts to take effect. So you're not going to know if someone's infected by it until they start to show signs of it.
And it probably just interpreted as someone who's infected by the plague.
Probably.
So yeah.
And I'll say through the duration of the Chaos Phage, because of the way it is, she'll slowly start to take on the appearance of a Slaad as this happens. But yeah, and then its second claw attack against your throat. Oh fuck, that was so much, almost a natural 20. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. That's 7 slashing damage.
Halved.
Yeah. And just goes. And with that, it's Hortix's turn. So it's 10 feet. Like I said, you guys are all in a line. The maze, like the wall, like the corridors of the maze, are 10 feet in width, but 60 feet high.
Okay.
So it's difficult terrain to get past these people because you're a big boy.
All right. I'm going. Can I see the creature very easily?
Let's see. Let's see. It's taller than her, and you are
8 feet tall.
You're right behind her. You can see it, but you can just see it because of the
Okay.
darkness. Yeah. Nobody else can see it though.
And I could physically tell that this is a very strong creature, correct?
Yes, but yeah. So Clue and Necro won't see it, but they can hear it.
Okay.
So I essentially figured out what was going after us by the sound of it's making.
Yeah, but you don't know what kind of slot it is.
All right.
I look back, go, we got company, and then I cast Ray of Enfeeblement at it.
Cool. What's the saving throw on that?
It's a con save.
Cool. Advantage because of magical resistance. That is a 18.
Damn, that just beats it.
Raven Feeblement's good, man.
I saw that it was muscular strong. I was like, that's probably a best bet.
Isn't Ray of Enfeeblement, doesn't it do a roll to see if it hits?
Oh, it does. My bad.
Yes, roll to see if it hits first.
Well, that's always better.
I'll obviously keep this. Oh, so there is no saving throw for it?
About it is just if it does.
There is
if
a
it-
saving throw. I just forgot
Oh.
that it is a thing to hit. So 13 to hit?
No. Yeah, no. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no.
So it wouldn't have been even mattered.
All right, you gonna do anything?
There's
Else?
not much I can do
Like-
for a bonus action. Not that I can
And I'll say the croaking, like in the distance, you can hear all around you. It's getting a little louder. Like,
Actually, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Jacqueline.
fantastic. So you're like, and this like force field goes around her, like.
You just feel this magical aura around you.
All right, Necro. You can't see what's in front of you, but
Protect it.
you hear something going, and you hear the sound of like claws scraping into flesh, and you hear the sound of you see Hortix next to you. Yeah, we got company, and then that's it.
Well, it's 10 feet, so I can step around, yes?
You can step around, but it takes up the entire width of the maze in front of it. It's 10 feet. It's
Well,
10
it
feet
does,
by
but,
10 feet. Yeah,
Not us, though.
not you guys.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is I
Yeah,
will
you can step
up
around.
To next to,
Yeah, but you can't get past it.
yeah, I'm going to step up to next to Hortix and see what it is and go, oh, hell no.
You see a 10-foot big blue toad, blue Slaad.
Yeah, time for Toad to die. So, yeah, taking a shot, and I'm going to spend a grit point for it to be winging.
Cool. What's the effect of winging a shot?
It has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If it takes
Oh,
damage.
nice.
Mhm.
That is a 20, unnatural, for the saving throw.
Well, I didn't save
I know,
it
I'm just-
yet.
That's just a save. I pre-rolled the saving throw. It's a 20.
All right. Well, I rolled a 23 to hit.
That hits, but it does not knock prone. You shoot it, though.
Nah. All right. That is going to be... And I just lost one other die.
Yeah, so you can estimate that this maze is probably full of Slaad.
Awesome. 22 damage.
Shit.
And I can attack him again. I rolled the exact same number.
All right, cool.
So,
You guys see this like big bullet hole appear in its like shoulder, like
and then it takes 11 damage.
11. Damn.
And just so you know, I am keeping track of how many shots I have per gun.
Okay, cool.
Bullet.
Yeah, cool. Anything else, Necro? You're like standing beside Hortix, like shooting at it, or did you move up closer beside Jacqueline to do it?
No, I'm next to I'm next to Hortix because I do not want to get in point blank range with
Okay,
that.
yeah. So you're like shoots two shots off into its like shoulder. All right.
Mhm.
Clue.
Can
You don't
Clue
see it, but you
jump
hear this. You hear this. You hear it go. You hear the sound of
Clue jump over all of them?
all the people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clue's gonna do that.
What's your jump distance?
I don't know. How do you?
It's strength modifier plus 10, I think.
Uh,
I could be wrong. I can't remember what jump distance is. It's in the player's
Clue doesn't
handbook.
have- Clue only has 10 strength.
I'm gonna look in the player's handbook real quick.
Okay. But if possible, you would like to do some type of maneuver
Yep.
to get.
Where is this gonna be? Movement, probably. It's probably under movement. What types of movement? Are you doing long jump or high jump?
I just need to get over them because they're blocking the way.
Okay, so you
correct?
can't do both. So it looks like you can only do a long jump or a high jump. High jump, you jump on the spot. Up, long jump, you can jump a distance.
Could you just fly over us?
You could also, for the sake,
Yeah,
for the
I
sake of
have
this.
acrobatics, so I'm not sure if I could do like a corkscrew.
So I kind of ruled this wrong. Good thing you didn't take any damage with your flight. You could fly over them because the walls are 60 feet high. You just can't fly out of the maze. Like you can't fly and get a peek around the maze to see where you guys are.
Okay.
So you could fly over everybody.
Clue's gonna try flying to the other side of this thing that he's hearing.
You easily do it.
Oh, you're big.
Yeah, you catch a glimpse of it.
Clue's gonna try to attack it.
Go for it.
First attack is 16.
That hits.
Okay. Oh, 6 damage.
Not great. Okay.
He attacked with his spear. And he's going to spend a key point, stunning strike.
Yeah, what's the saving throw on that? It's Constitution, right?
Yes.
Oh man, I hate stunning strike so much. Fuck. That's 13.
It is stunned.
God damn it.
Clue, so
Yes.
How does it break out? How does it break out a stun? It has to make the saving throw on its turn.
No, it just
No, it's
breaks out of stun after Clue's next turn. At the
Oh, that's
end.
right. That's how it works. I hate stunning strike. As a DM, hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. As a-
I weep for you, sir. Oh, I am so sad.
it is God's fireball.
So Clue is going to be like, oh, geez, it worked, and then he's going to attack again.
All right.
Advantage. It has advantage.
Yep. So
Use
Uh,
flurry
that
blows
is-
on there, man.
That's a 15.
a 15 to hit. That just hits.
All right.
Yeah.
And because it's stunned, oh well, I would have had advantage anyway, right? So
Yeah.
Ooh, 19
Yeah.
plus 8, almost close to 20. Anyway, damage, 11 damage on the second hit.
Fantastic. So 11 damage.
Yeah, and because I got him to stun, I think I might spend another key point for flurry of blows.
Yeah, why not? It's a blue slot.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he's gonna do that and do 2 more strikes against him
Cool.
at advantage.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
So
tiny bird boy.
14 plus 8.
That hits.
Okay. And I'm just gonna roll to see if they hit first.
Yeah, please do.
10 plus 8, 18.
That hits.
See if 17
Yep.
plus. Okay.
All
So-
of them hit.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so just roll damage altogether and then tell me what the total is going to be.
19 damage.
19 total?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
You see Clue like hop off his spear and do like some spinning, like corkscrew kicks into its back. I'm like, get him, guys!
All right, it's its turn and it's stunned, so we can't do anything, but it regains 10 hit points.
It's my turn first.
That's correct. So it does not regain 10 hit points yet.
Not yet. I mean, I'm sure it'll still be fine, but just in case.
Hmm.
So Clue is now in melee with it as well.
Yeah, he's on the other side.
Oh, he's on it. So are we flanking?
I don't do
I
flanking
guess it
rules.
doesn't matter. We would have had a bit.
Yeah, and I don't do flanking rules anyway.
Oh, Alright, I'm attacking this rapier. Good thing I had advantage because one of those was a natural one.
Oh no.
The other one is a non-natural 20.
That hits.
That's good enough, I guess. Ooh, that's gonna be 13 plus 2 for raging, 15 piercing damage.
Damn.
That's my turn.
So 15? Cool. You slash it on its tum-tum. Oh wait, you're in Sanctuary, so Sanctuary breaks, I think.
Yeah.
The minute she does something, the sanctuary ends.
Well, the moment that you do an attack, either an attack spell or
Yeah,
attack.
so Sanctuary just...
Why would you cast Sanctuary on the person who's
I forgot
raging?
that. I forgot that you go in first.
Alright,
That's why I'm raging.
alright, and then it regains, and it
I need
regains...
to attack.
You watch as, like, the wound that you just caused on its belly seems to, like, just close.
Still need a cleric. It's my first cleric.
And, Hordix, it's your turn, bud. Your turn, Hordix.
All right. Well, I have a possibility.
He's not looking great. This thing is basically, like, he's not looking good.
Probably not going to get a chance to use this ever again in this house. I'm going to walk up and cast Vampiric Touch.
Ooh, what is the saving throw on that?
There is no saving
Oh, that's
throw,
right.
it's just an attack.
Straight damage. Cool, roll. Is it a
Isn't
touch?
it-
Advantage.
Does it automatically hit? Yeah, it's automatic. It's a melee attack, right?
Yeah, it's a melee
With
attack.
advantage.
Ugh. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16.
That hits.
So that's 3d6 necrotic damage. Wow, I actually rolled really well. That's 13 points.
Nice.
Very well done.
All right. Anything else for you, Hordix? So you and Jacqueline are standing side by side now because Vampire Touch is a touch, right? Touch range.
Yeah. I thought Clue's behind the creature.
He is behind it. You're beside Jacqueline. You guys are like both right in front of it. Okay. So you guys are taking up the 10-foot radius then of this side then in front of us. So it'll be difficult terrain to get past you. Cool. And you actually nobody can really get past you because the blue slaw is blocking the way. All right, Necro.
Necro will be taking a pot shot at the blue Slaad, and I will be using my sharpshooter feat to impose a -5 penalty on this advantage roll, but I will add 10 points of damage on the other side if I hit.
Okay.
So that would be 17.
That hits.
So he's going to take 31 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Necro's just going to aim very carefully in between the pissed off half-orc and the elephant man and shoot right underneath its chin and blow off the top of its head.
Cool. And it lets out you watch it's like its sack under its mouth deflates and it goes and it slumps backwards and almost lands on Clue. Clue gets out of the way just in time. As this happens, you watch some of the darkness in the maze lift a little. You can now see 15 feet in front of you. And as the Slaad falls to the ground dead, the croaking in the maze gets a little more fierce, a little more rampant, and a little more agitated. And you all watch, Clue, from behind you, you watch as 2 red Slaad come creeping around the corner. Necro, Hordix, and Jacqueline, from behind, you guys see 2 more red Slaad come around the corner. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week.
Time to go Slaad hunting.
5,
So 4 red Slaad.
4.
And I need to add to my notes that Jacqueline currently has the
Yeah, I've got it in my notes too.
Chaos Phage.
Oh boy. I think you can actually... Can you add that?
I don't think so.
Like condition.
I don't think so. It'd be very nice if you could. but I don't think
I
you
just looked at
can.
conditions real quick to see if there was like a disease section.
Or
That
custom.
doesn't look like it.
Okay, so hello, chat. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for the donation that killed off a character. Killed 2 characters. One got brought back. That was a gnarly donation from today's session. That could have caused a TPK. Face spiders and flame skulls. Joe, you can thank your roommate for that one. For killing
Oh,
Arvis.
I will.
For killing Arvis. Yes. So I'll add to my notes. Jacqueline. Chaos Phage. That is bad news. And I think it's 3d6. 3d6 maximum hit points loses every 24 hours. That's bad. You can't be healed during that. That's bad. Jacqueline may turn into a red Slaad.
I mean, I didn't get healed at all yet in the game, so.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
But can she keep playing after that?
No, she'd become a red Slaad and it'd be a DM-controlled creature.
Aww.
Based on the rules, if she's just brought to 0 before then, is she?
Let me check. Because I think it's if your maximum hit points are reduced to 0.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think even if it's not the Chaos Phage that does it, I think if your maximum hit points get taken to 0, you turn into a red Slaad. Let me read it. Chaos Phage. If the disease reduces the target's hit point maximum to 0, the target instantly transforms into a red Slaad. Or a green Slaad if it can cast spells of 3rd level or higher. So I think she turned into a green Slaad.
I would turn into a green Slaad, yeah.
Cool. So, yes. Thank you, chat, for the donation. Thank you, Sharon, for turning this chaos into killing off 2 people and bringing one back. Necro is now at his free resurrections. Clue, Jacqueline, and Hordic still have their 1 single free resurrection, so...
Food just barely skimmed off on that one. That was...
Man.
Well, I'm just saying, because of the Grave Domain, I immediately get Revivify 5th level. And I made sure to buy at least 1 diamond.
Oh, okay.
But how are you going to buy more diamonds when you're in the house?
You're only one person gets
Exactly.
5. That's all I'm saying.
So thanks for watching this week's episode of House from Bent Hill. This was a bad one in terms of just chaos and Slaad and everything.
I mean, it was bad for Arvis, but like now we finally got the cleric.
And now,
I mean, that combat went probably the best of any of our combats have ever gone. So maybe Arvis is holding us down.
yeah, and
You
now
know, honestly, it's funny. Arvis rolled really low, and then next thing you know, Hortix breaks that window, and then 2 natural 18s in a row.
Yeah.
and now you guys are stuck.
Pretty good for me.
Now you guys are stuck in a pretty big maze full of Slaad.
I blame that free revive. That's what brought Arvis down. Arvis was doing good before that revive.
Yeah. Oh man, didn't even get to play with the resurrection of losing your arm. But Necro, you got your free resurrection at the cost of your wife's life, which you don't know about yet. So that's fun.
You never know.
That's fun.
Yeah, man. Yay!
So that was that was our session of House from Bent Hill. We'll be back next week with this session. I think. Let me check. Yes, next Wednesday we'll be back with this session with a different group, with the other group, the Seekers. We're going to be licking their wounds after Nana May was eaten by a chair and brought back to life. Their group is not doing so well. They've had 2 people die in that group and get. Actually, no, they're about the same. Everyone's had about 1 character permanently die, so cool. We'll be back in an hour with Beneath the Tide, our D&D 5e pirate campaign, which is going to be nuts this week. And hopefully we can get some more donations to send the revenge back to the other group again.
I'll be looking at that monster manual for sure.
Oh yeah. Look at Monster Manual, look at Mordecai, the Song of Foes, look at all the source books on D&D Beyond to figure out what monster you want to throw in there at them. Obviously if it's a monster that would just automatically destroy them all, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put a red dragon in the house.
I'm thinking I'm going to bring that, I'm going to have that ogre come in that's the, like, platform for goblin archers.
Nice.
The Tome of Foes.
Yeah. I guess,
Oh, lordy.
we'll see you all, next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So good night, everyone.
Good night.
See you all in an hour for the pirate campaign.